Hi, it's Dr. Mick Murphy here from Australia, osteopath, naturopath, and super conscious mindset coach. The video you're about to watch is a recorded live session filmed in our Mindset Masterclass, which is a super powerful coaching program that teaches people how to design and create a life they love. You're going to hear me refer to people in the class, and obviously you're not able to chat to me during this recording. Look, I hope you enjoyed this session and get some value from it. And please do subscribe, like, and share it if you think it's valuable information for others. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. And so the theme for this session is becoming so clear on what it is that you truly want and getting into the emotion of it and living it. Right? And the premise is that our behavior leads directly to the results that we get in life. Who agrees with that? Really, behavior is the highest form of communication. And, you know, it doesn't really matter what you say, right? If your words don't match who you're being and the behavior, then basically in Australia, we call that pissing in the wind or believe in your own BS. And if you've ever seen this and observed this in other people continuously, it kind of annoys us, doesn't it? Same as New Zealand, right? It kind of annoys us when someone says, I'm going to do this, do this, and then they don't, they do some other thing. So, you know, and we know in ourselves, we really know in here when we're running our own, you know, BS belief systems and stories, and we're not actually doing what we know we should be doing. But I wanted to start off just quickly on the board and go through the 6 steps to stay in action. And it doesn't matter what it is, where you're stuck or whether it's in maybe there's been a breakdown with someone or something with work, or you could be stopped in something you're trying to create. These 6 steps will be able to get you through if you follow them every single time. All right. Doesn't matter if you're in your relationship with your wife or your husband and there's a breakdown, you can use these 6 steps. You can use it anywhere where you feel like you're stuck or stopped. And I'm going to just write them on the board. So 6 steps. Six steps to stay in action. All right, so number 1. So the first step is, like, you want to ask the question in whatever the situation is, or where you're stuck, or there's a breakdown, or, you know, you can't seem to work a way through, is you must ask, well, what do I really want? Right? What do I really want? All right. Say if you're in an argument with someone, you can't seem to make your way through. Right, you want to ask the question, well, what do I really want? Am I going to focus on them and their personality or their traits, or, you know, the boss that you're having an issue with, or are you going to focus on the end result? So what do you really want? So, you know, you want to choose what you want to create. Right, what is it that you actually want to create? What is the end result that you actually want to create? All right, and then the second thing to go in and ask is, well, what am I putting off? Like, what am I actually putting off here? What aren't I doing? right? What am I putting off doing or resisting doing? Maybe you need to own stuff. Maybe you need to admit that you're just wrong. Maybe you need to just be really honest and humble about, you know, what am I actually putting off, and not make yourself wrong about that, right? So and really it's like, well, what am I doing instead? So instead of doing the action, the right action that you know you should be taking, well, what are you doing instead? And just really being honest about that and going, oh, right, well, I actually want this, but I'm going and doing that, or I'm creating more drama, or I'm, you know, what is it that I'm doing instead? Okay. And it's really important just to acknowledge that so you can just unpack it. And I would suggest writing this down because this is really powerful. All right. If you follow this, it's super powerful. And the third thing is you notice the pattern. Notice the pattern. There will be something that you do, some way of being, some action you take. And you want to notice this. Notice the pattern and ask yourself, well, where's the power? Where is the power? Notice the pattern. And then where are you giving your energy to? Where's the focus? Where's the power? Is it in the end result, or is it in the situation? Is it in the things that aren't going right? Do you focus in on there? You know, is it in your result or in the pattern? So is it directed toward what you actually really want, like maybe you know, peace and harmony in that relationship with your other, your significant other, or with your boss, or whatever that situation is? Or is it in, you know, one of your creations, right? Is it in your end result of maybe creating health and vitality, right? Maybe you're up here. What do I really want? I want to be healthy and vital, right? You choose that. But what are you putting off doing? Right? Well, I'm putting off going for that 45-minute walk. And what am I doing instead? Well, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm watching Netflix. What's the pattern? Well, I do that every time because it's way more comfortable for me to do that than go for a walk. Where's the pattern? Well, where's the power? Well, the power's in me not doing it. I'm doing other things. Instead of it being in the end result of being healthy and vital, and that's just an example, right? It's in the end result of you just going and doing something else, which is, you know, watching Netflix or whatever it is that you're doing. So is it in your end result or the pattern, the behavior, right? The thing that you always do. And then the fourth part is literally, you can say out aloud if you want, or you can just say in your mind's eye, that stop. Stop. All right. And then you ask the question. Question. And the question is, what would the person I'm becoming do right now? What would the person I'm becoming do right now? I'm having a full meltdown with my partner, you know, and it's you know, you're in major conflict and whatever. My end result's a beautiful, loving relationship. So what would that person in a beautiful, loving relationship, what would they do right now? What would the person who wants their work relationship to work, what if it was working as perfectly and as amazingly as you wanted, what would they do right now? What would the person with health and vitality do right now? What would the person with, you know, the amazing lucrative business, what would they do right now? What would the person who's, you know, just emotionally free to choose and act powerfully, what would they do right now? Right. So you ask that question, who's that person that I'm becoming? What would they do right now? And it relies on you really, really going and understanding that you're already that. You're not separate from the person you're becoming. You're already that. And when you ask this question, you'll get the answer. What would they do? And then the fifth is you take the aligned action. Take the aligned action, or you act on the truth. Act on the truth. And that's exactly what happens. And then number 6 is you'll get a result you want, right? And then take more aligned action. Take more or another aligned action. They are the 6 steps to stay in action, right? Because you'll get a result here. Take more aligned action, you get another positive result here. And then you keep taking action, more action, more action, right? Each action creates positive result, and then you get your end result. Now, it might only take one action. Might only take one action and you just get what you want. Depends on the situation. But these are the 6 steps. And if you follow these, you can apply this to anything where you're feeling a bit stuck or you're feeling like you're oscillating and going back and forth. This will get you through every single time.